You know what I'm gonna starve to death. Be an actor. And then the motherfucker want me to sit down on the couch next to him and talk about my success. And he didn't believe in it.
I didn't believe in being a black. I just didn't do it, man. I mean, I'm being very honest with you. You know, when you were coming up, when you and Jerry were running around with your short pants, I used to come in Los Angeles, I used to look at both y'all and I say, and Jerry got ready to go to college, and he graduated from high school. I said, Jerry, he said, man, Big boy want to be an actor. I said, man, Big boy gonna star. And I'm so proud of you right now, simply because of the fact that you made me out of a life.
Okay, you got it, baby.
Success follow you very, very well, man. I was watching you on TV now. Every time I turn the TV on, I see another show that you're a part of, showing the versatility of your ability to be an actor.
Right. Thank you.
And as God is my witness, I'm so proud of you. Sometimes I look on the TV and I start crying because I see you guys riding them bicycles in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Doing your thing back in them days.
I just want to know, is this an interview about you right now, or is it an interview about
you?
I just want to know, am I going to be allowed to talk in this? That's all.
We go along with this.
That's all I need to know. I mean, just let me know when I can step in. I'm going to sit right here and wait.
Step in.
Okay, cool. So what's going on? What is this Negro production that we're a part of right now, cameraman?
Mixtape TV, that's what it is.
Mixtape TV, what's going on, baby? You're sitting here with Anthony Anderson, international movie star and funny motherfucker, and I'm here in Houston, you know, having fun. So, I mean, you know, talk to me. What we talking about? What's going on?
Well, we really wanted just remember this some of the good old days, and I was telling everybody in the past when I be telling people here how you've come a long way. When you were riding that bicycle in Los Angeles up to this time, and I didn't have any faith and confidence in you being what you are today.
Okay.
And I'm so proud of it. So I would like to just dwell on, you know, some of the things that got you where you are, like the hardship that you went through, some of the trauma and experience you went through.
Oh, well, you know, it's, you know, honestly, with regards to how it began for me, I can't say it was a hardship or hard or that much of a struggle. You know, this is all I've ever wanted to do since I was 9 years old. True. You know, play football for the Dallas Cowboys, be a lawyer, or be an actor. And at the age of 9, I realized that if I became an actor, I could be all three of those things and whatever else I wanted to become in life. So I've been pursuing my dream since I was 9. And, you know, it started that. Went to high school for the performing arts, went to Howard University on a talent scholarship. Came back home to LA and hit the pavement. And things happened relatively, I'm not going to say easy, but it wasn't that much of a struggle once I got focused and serious about the path that I needed to take for my career. You know, and it started with the Saturday morning television show Hang Time, you know, that I did 2 seasons on. And then, you know, I was a 26-year-old man playing a 16-year-old student. And I was like, you know, this is great exposure. You know, I was like, but, you know, how much longer am I going to be able to do this? How much longer do I want to do this? And so at the end of the 3rd season, I left to do my first movie, which was Life. Yeah. You know, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Bernie Mac, and everybody.
Cookie.
I was Cookie. There you go.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning. That was the beginning of why we're sitting here talking about it right now. You know, from Life, there was Romeo Must Die. From Romeo Must Die, there was Big Mama's House. From Big Mama's House, there was Me, Myself, and Irene. From Me, Myself, and Irene, Urban Legends 2, to Kingdom Come, you know, the list just goes on. And I've been fortunate in that regard and in that sense that I haven't had, you know, the cliche pitfalls and struggles that a lot of actors have. You know, and you know, it's, you know, and there's a lot of things, you know, you can't pinpoint. You just can't say it's just my talent, because there are a lot of other people who are much more talented than me that haven't had the exposure or haven't had the experience or the opportunities that I have. So it's a lot more than just my talent. You know, it's my faith in God, it's my faith in family, it's the faith that my family has in me from the beginning, even though you didn't believe in me.
I didn't.
Well, I shouldn't say believe in me, you probably believed in me, you just didn't believe that I was going to make it as an actor and star, but that's cool.
That was concern, that was love.
That's cool.
Yeah. Always be glad to have something else.
You know, I love proving them wrong.
Yeah, you did.
And
I will admit it. I will admit that you did prove me wrong.
And that's what I like doing.
I'm a great Jack Nicholson fan, man. To be honest with you, I know you had a real recent big picture with some of the big boys.
Yeah, The Departed.
Yeah, won't you elaborate on that for my viewers on that?
Well, you know, you know,
some of the stars. Man.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, all I ever wanted to do is work with the best, with the best, and I did that. You know, working with Martin Scorsese, Jack Nicholson, Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Alec Baldwin, Martin Sheen, and Mark Wahlberg. You know, it doesn't get any bigger or better than that. And then to have, you know, Martin Scorsese, you know, receive the Golden Globe for Best Director for The Departed. You know, to have him, you know, nominated for Best Director for an Oscar this year, and hopefully he gets it, and to be a part of that. And you know, man, he's standing at the Golden Globes, man, and he shouts me out from the stage as he's receiving his award. So, you know, it doesn't get much better than that.
True.
For me to have the greatest, one of the greatest, if not the greatest director of all time accepting an award and shouting my name out from the stage that's being televised all over the world. Yeah. So, you know, I'm definitely blessed with regards to that, and just the company that I keep, you know, in and out of Hollywood. And that's what it is. I mean, and it's not by chance, it's not by luck. You know, I've been working at this I'm 36. I've been working at this for 27 years.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't an overnight success.
Yeah.
You know, I've been working at this since I was 9 years old. You know, I was a kid with a dream growing up in the hood in Compton, and I'm living that dream now.
Yeah.
I live that dream every day. I go to work with a smile on my face every day because I live my dream. Not too many people can say that. I'm in that top 1% of people, whatever it is they want to do, I do it.
Yeah. About any new movies coming out?
Well, you know, we got Transformers coming out 4th of July weekend this year. Another big one, you know, based on the cartoon Transformers with the Autobots and the Decepticons. So we got that, and that is John Voight, John Turturro, me, Shia LaBeouf, Bernie Mac, Tyrese, and a bunch of other people. Directed by Michael Bay. Produced by Steven Spielberg and Michael Bay. So, you know, that's another notch in my belt, just to continue to work with the best and elevate from there. Yeah. You know, it's all about maintaining wherever you are and elevating from that, and doing the same thing and never dropping back. You know, and never falling below what your standards are or the standards that you set for yourself. And that's what's going on. That's what I'm doing. You know, I'm trying to build a brand. I'm building a brand in Hollywood. You know, Anthony Anderson brand, the A Square production brand. You know, we started that, you know, with All About the Andersons, the show I created. Yeah. You know, based on my life. Yeah. You know, unfortunately, it didn't last. Yeah. You know, the network, you know, it was the wrong network in the wrong time, but it's still. You know, people still come up to me today, 3 years later, and say, yo, because it's on TV One right now. And they were like, yo, we love that show. Yeah. We love that show. You know, and I was like, so did I. You know, it's unfortunate it just didn't get the opportunity and the chance to stay on the air. But, you know, I'm off creating other things. And that's what it's about, man. It's about ownership. That's where real power comes from. You know, that's what I tell people. Yeah, that's what I tell people who come into this game. Yeah. Intellectual property. Yeah. You know, having that ownership, and that's where the power and decision makings come from.
Well, you know, when you were coming up, you remember a long time ago, I used to tell you guys, you and Gary on many occasions, that it's good to be a part of something, but being a part of something that you have ownership on, you can't beat it. No, you never can beat it.
Not at all.
That paper, that's the focusing point of anything we do in this world.
I mean, yeah, we took a page from your book. I mean, you look at what you're doing. You know, we listen.
I appreciate that.
Listen and we learn. You know, we build on what you did and we take it to the next level.
And you really doing that, son. And boy, I love you for that. I really do love you for that.
You know, so your success is my success. My success is because of your success. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like, you know, we stand on the shoulders of those that came before us. Yeah. You know, I'm standing on yours. You know, not only as family, but as somebody in the game.
Yeah.
You know, so that's. So when you see me on TV and film, you know, pat yourself on the back.
I appreciate that.
You know,
next time I do that.
That's what's up. You know, pat yourself on the back.
All right.
You know, because you know, you look, man, you took us to school.
I appreciate that.
You took us to school, and you know, you gave us the game, and now we playing with it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So y'all remember that. Listen to Uncle Charles when he talked to you.
I appreciate that, man. So this is Charlie Powell with GPR Media Week. $200 at the present time. Appreciate you. Have a good day. This is what it's all about. Family. Taking it to the next level. Thank you.